The Presidential CEO Forum, which was formally inaugurated by His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on August 24, 2021, and later launched by the chairperson of Operation Wealth Creation, General Retired Kalebu Akandwanaho, also known as General Salim Saleh, in July 2025 in Gulu City, has organized an information tour at the Kapeeka Industrial Park in Nakaseke District. The information tour commenced with the CEOs, heads of MDAs, commissioners and other stakeholders visiting several key enterprises within the Kapeeka Industrial Park. These included Goodwill Tiles and Ceramics, a manufacturer utilizing 90% locally sourced materials, Wear, best safety wear producer whose products are primarily exported, and Yahe International and Investments, a maize processing facility that sources its raw materials directly from local farmers, among others. Spanning approximately 2,500 acres, which is about 10 square kilometers, Kapeeka Industrial Park currently employs over 3,000 workers in both formal and informal sectors, designed to promote informed dialogue on government achievements, raise awareness of ongoing progress, and bridge the gap between the private sector and government. The Presidential CEO Forum reaffirmed commitment to strengthening collaboration between government and the private sector.
There is that freedom of business. The entrepreneurial spirit of the country is coming up. And mark you, I am a businessman, I am not a politician. But it does not take if I do not recognize the achievements of NRM when I am a beneficiary of the same system.
The forum's chairman Emmanuel Katongole called for trade and policy incentives to facilitate the replication of the Kapeeka industrial model.
I appeal to all those policy makers who are part of this team to go out. Don't wait for a minister, don't wait for President Museveni to tell you that this policy will help to spur the economy. Think without the box and say that if we put in together this policy, it will enhance the growth of our economy. And when the economy grows, there will be more taxes.
The CEO of the Presidential CEO Forum, Ms. Irene Birungi Mugisha, highlighted the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, whose long-term vision continues to drive Uganda's industrial and economic transformation.
The CEO Forum is an initiative by His Excellency the President of Uganda, and his main point of having this platform was to give the private sector a platform where they can all come together, but also engage the government. So it's a relationship of private sector, government, and the key strategic actors.
She emphasized that the forum serves as a strategic platform uniting the country's top CEOs to support the national development agenda.
Because as our mandate, Presidential CEO Forum, bringing together the strategic corporate CEOs, indigenous and also the ones that are foreign investors, is to come and see what is government doing, when they talk about propelling or advocating for the industrialization agenda. How can we become a more of export-oriented country and import less? And so the other example is also to be able to tell people that it's possible to have value addition from 0 to 100%. Having able to have your own raw materials and you can add value to the end product.
The NRM Party's Deputy Secretary General, Right Honorable Rosemary Namayanja, stated that the forum has established a pathway to safeguarding and consolidating the gains that build upon the NRM government's economic achievements.
Time and again, the President has talked about regional integration, has talked about and has supported Pan-African initiatives, because the argument is that yes, Uganda is big, but the market of East Africa is bigger. And that's why a lot has been done to open Uganda, even in its landlocked form. But like Professor Nwagaba was saying, infrastructure, roads particularly, have been constructed from border to border.
Later, The host and national chairman of Operation Wealth Creation, General Retired Akandwanaho, met with the visiting delegation and reflected on the rationale and impact of Uganda's liberalization and privatization policies. General Salim Saleh emphasized that liberalization has played a pivotal role in Uganda's economic history, enabling the private sector to take lead in driving wealth creation.
The transformation is phenomenal, but for us, that was not enough. That's not enough, because even if you developed these 20, 30, 40 industrial parks, they will not help to fight household poverty. That's why we had to look for another activity called PDM. Now under PDM, you can see October 2025, we have more than 3.5 trillion shillings in the villages. And we are very worried about the management of the outputs. Because even if these people drink 30% or misuse 30% of the money, the impact of the 70% in the next 2-3 years is going to be overwhelming.
The general urged Ugandans to adopt the Kapeeka-Namunkekera Industrial Parks as models and case studies for private enterprise, innovation and industrialization.
When the factories reached like 15, then we started debating now. Because they have already put the 15 industries here. They can't shift them. So I'm the one now pulling all the strings. I can pull one string and So that is the story of Namunkekera. There is nothing magical about it, except how do you leverage land with the investments. Now I can ask for any price.
Present at the event were cabinet ministers, Honorable Hilary Onek, Honorable Godfrey Kabyanga and Honorable Esther Anyakuni, alongside the company CEOs, heads of government agencies, and prominent business leaders from the private sector, among others. The Presidential CEO Forum plans to roll out similar information tours across other industrial and economic zones, aiming to deepen the private sector's appreciation of government programs and encourage CEOs to identify opportunities that support Uganda's socio-economic transformation. I'm Waiva Njuko and Dan Lugemwa for UBC.